The trumpet has sounded, and the call has gone forth, according to God. My child, Michael, the Archangel, has arrived with a message of critical importance, and time is running out already. The White House, the epicenter of power, the home of decision-making, and the location where decisions that might alter the course of history are made. In an attempt to prevent you from receiving a message that was intended for you, forces of evil have attempted to interfere. The enemy has exerted a great deal of effort in order to prevent you from learning this reality. It was a call that was placed, but the message was not revealed. The truth was communicated to you, but in order to divert your attention, deceit was presented to you. At this very moment, I am tearing apart the lies that have been spoken. I am succeeding in breaking past the obstacles. Please pay attention to this right now before it is too late. It is happening that there is a significant shaking. There are conversations taking on behind closed doors, and these conversations have everything to do with your life, your destiny, and your purpose. Oh, my child, your selection has been made. For a reason that is beyond your current comprehension, you have been singled out for special treatment. I am shaking you awake, despite the fact that the adversary has used a great deal of effort to keep you oblivious, to keep you blind, and to keep you sleepy. This message is being sent to you in the hopes that it may cause you to open your eyes and make sense of what has been going on all along. The message that was issued from the White House was sent in a timely manner. Those in positions of authority are aware of something that they are not yet revealing to the general population. You are tied to the unfolding of a plan, the implementation of a strategy, and the making of decisions that will cause ripples to be felt all over the world. Both of these things are happening right now. Please do not take this matter lightly, my child. Don't disregard this at all. Please do not consider this to be merely another message. This is your heavenly warning, your urgent summons, and your last opportunity to see before the moment will come when there is no turning back. You had no business listening to this message, and you had no business being aware of its existence. I have been successful in foiling the adversary's schemes. My actions have thwarted the plans of those individuals who intended to conceal this information from you. Now that I have given the instruction to tell the truth, you are obligated to take action. Make sure you are ready. You have to be prepared. There was an attempt made to remove your name from the list. Although they made an effort to expunge your existence from their records, I have marked you with a seal that no one will ever be able to peel off. It is impossible for anybody to take away the calling that I have bestowed upon you. This message was intended for you. You were supposed to be aware of the decisions that had been made in private locations. You are a part of something that is much more significant than you are aware of, my darling. It is not possible for you to perceive the forces that are at work at this moment, but I am disclosing them to you. Right now, the adversary has dispatched spies to keep an eye on you. People have been keeping a close eye on you, following your movements, and listening to what you have to say. There is no need to be afraid since I have encircled you with my angels. It is my intention to surround you with a barrier of divine protection. No weapon that is fashioned against you will be successful. There is no such thing as a successful assault on you. The message that was left for you is the key to something that is beyond everyone's ability to comprehend. My child, the adversary is doing everything in its power to conceal the fact that this revelation is being suppressed throughout the course of time. Do you observe a sense of urgency? Is it possible for you to comprehend the gravity of the situation? This is due to the fact that the conflict in the sky is approaching its zenith phase. You are currently experiencing a conflict between the forces of light and evil regarding your fate. Nevertheless, I have already proclaimed victory over your life. I have already made the proclamation that no power coming from hell will be able to defeat you. There are others who have devised schemes to thwart your efforts. It is true that there are some who have met in secret and spoken things against your name, attempting to close the door that I have opened for you. Yet, my child, what I have ordered will not be allowed to happen. What I have determined cannot be stopped by any man. It is impossible for any power to topple the very ones who attempted to obstruct. You will shortly be brought to light. In a short time, the very people who laughed behind your back will be rendered speechless out of horror. It is imperative that you comprehend, my child, that the phone call obtained from the White House was not only a coincidence. In no way was it only a coincidence. There was a moment that has heavenly meaning, and it was a sign, a signal, and a moment. Someone is calling you into something that is more significant. Right now, you are being prepared for something that is far more than you could have ever dreamed. This should not be ignored. We must not wait. The countdown has started, and the last few seconds before everything changes are upon you. Congratulations. Oh, my child. I am rapidly going forward. Unwaveringly, I am taking action. Despite the fact that there does not appear to be any way, I am creating a way, but you must be aligned. You have to be alert, and you have to be prepared to relocate. I am announcing that the time for concealed things has come to an end. It is getting close to the end of the time when covert meetings were held in dark locations. A resounding yell of the truth will be heard from the rooftops. The weight of my justice will disintegrate the lies that have been spoken. My child will bring those who have been operating in the shadows into the light. Now I am getting you ready. You are being strengthened by me. You will be equipped by me. The events that are going to take place will require you to have bravery. You are going to require wisdom. Your faith will need to be unshakable because, once the exposure occurs, the world will be different from what it was before. Behind the scenes, there are forces that are becoming increasingly desperate. They are well aware that their time is precious. They are aware that the time of revelation is drawing close, and as a result, they are frantically trying to conceal their tracks, to erase their wrongdoings, and to silence the voices who have the courage to proclaim the truth. But the truth that I speak cannot be hushed. My justice cannot be thwarted, therefore, my child, be prepared. Maintain vigilance. Watch with great attention. You will see indicators throughout the course of the following several hours. Confirmation will be heard in the form of whispers. The shifting of events that will demonstrate to you that this message was not a mistake and that this message was instead the result of my divine intervention in your life will be something that you will see. It is time for you to get to your feet. To take your position, I am summoning you at this time. You are going to receive the message that came from the White House. Each and every word that was uttered in private settings was always intended to be heard by you. It was predetermined that the information that is about to be revealed would come to you, and now it is up to you to take action. Do not allow fear to prevent you from moving forward. Your intellect should not be clouded by uncertainty. Strive to go forward with confidence. Step into the power that I have bestowed upon you. Maintain your conviction in the power that I have bestowed upon you. The opponent is shaking with fear because he is aware of what is going to happen. What is causing the darkness to tremble is the fact that it is aware that my light is going to break through. I have decided to have you as my kid. I have differentiated you from others. Now that the time has come, the final seconds before all is disclosed are slipping away. I have positioned you for this moment, and now the time has officially arrived. It is getting close to the finish of the countdown. You have to be prepared. You need to be ready. In order to see what I am demonstrating to you, you need to open your eyes. The conflict is currently in full swing. While the fight is at its height, I am already certain that I will emerge victorious. In my mind, justice has already been established. I will have my will done, and there is no power in the heavens or on earth that can stop it at this moment. I urge you, my child. Let your heart be open. Let your spirit be open. Obtain the revelation that is going to take place in near future. Now is the moment to act. A truth can be found here. In the future, nothing will ever be the same again. I adore you, beloved child. The information that I will give to you today is of the utmost importance and goes beyond anything that you could have ever anticipated. Now is the moment, and there is no place for indecision in this situation. It is imperative that you are aware of what has been spoken in areas that are not visible to the naked eye because there are forces at work in the invisible events that are taking place beyond the veil of ordinary sight. Despite the fact that you have been observed, directed, and safeguarded, the time has come for you to fully awaken to the reality that is in front of you. Because of this, it is not something that should be disregarded or ignored. This knowledge will rock you to your very core because of the weight of its implications. The message that you are looking for has been brought to you by Archangel Michael. It is a severe warning, a cry that carries the authority of heaven itself. Located in the epicenter of authority and the place where choices that rule nations are made, the White House has a message that is intended for you, and even though the rest of the world might not comprehend it, and even though many others might scoff and disregard it, you must remember to keep your ears and heart open in order to accept what is being revealed. There have been people who have spoken in hushed tones, and there have been those who have attempted to prevent secrets from being revealed, but nothing stays concealed for an indefinite amount of time. At this moment, the time has come for disclosure, and what was previously concealed will now be revealed. Your brother, the person you have walked with, the person you have trusted, the one whose presence in your life has been familiar and appears to have remained unshaken. It is not true that he is the person you have imagined him to be. There have been events that have taken place while the sun was not visible. It is no longer acceptable for me to allow you to stay ignorant of the things that have been discussed while you have been absent. For the purpose of reawakening your discernment, this is not intended to induce dread. You must have had a feeling about it, right? The instances in which your soul experienced unease and the occasions when something appeared off but you were unable to explain it were not the result of your imagination doing the work. Furthermore, it was not a transient notion. It was the warning that was buried deep inside you, the whisper of truth that was attempting to find its way into the White House, which is a site where conversations about the most sensitive information take place and where leaders get together to make decisions that would determine the path that history will take. What would you do if I informed you that anything that is related to you had made its way to their walls? What would you do if I told you that something that is beyond your comprehension has been observed, documented, and taken into consideration? This is not a circumstance that should be taken lightly, nor is it a coincidence. Your name has been mentioned within the context of the movements that are taking on behind closed doors and the plans that are being developed from within them. There are certain people who do not want you to succeed in life. There are some people who are afraid of the light that is inside you because it causes them to be disrupted by their darkness. I am your brother. Among them, he has been present. This is not an allegation that comes from a point of human judgment, rather, it is a piece of information that cannot be disregarded. His actions have taken him down roads that you have not traveled, he has gone into agreements that you have not been aware of, and he has positioned himself in ways that are not in accordance with the truth that you advocate for. It is not always the case that the link of blood is synonymous with the bond of soul, and even if he may refer to you as family, his acts have violated the very name of family. It is important that you do not interpret this as a call to hatred or as a justification to exact revenge. This is not a struggle that is waged with human hands, rather, it is a combat conducted with spiritual knowledge. You must be aware of who is on your side and who is competing against you, because the days that are to come will require you to have clarity. There have been coalitions created against you, and they are working together. At the same time that they are smiling in your face, they have been speaking negatively about you when you were not there. Instead of defending you, your brother has taken part in debates that are aimed at diminishing you. He should have been the one to do it. Rather than thoughts of love, he has entertained ideas of jealousy, and he has entertained thoughts of division rather than oneness. Do you recall the dreams that you've experienced in the past? All of those instances in which your subconscious was trying to convey to you that something was wrong were not the result of your imagination. Those were the warnings that were presented to you as glimpses into what was concealed in order to prevent you from being taken aback when the time of revelation arrived. Now is the time for that moment. Archangel Michael is kneeling in front of you, drawn, and prepared to battle on your side. Nevertheless, you have the ability to make a decision. Whether you choose to stay oblivious and allow yourself to be led by false pretenses or whether you choose to walk into the truth regardless of how painful it may be, the choice is made. There is more to the message that comes from the White House than simply you. It pertains to the larger conflict that is now taking place, which is the conflict between truth and falsehood, light and darkness. Integrity and immorality are both present. It is true that there are those who have spoken out against you at the highest levels, but what they fail to comprehend is that you are not just any individual. In addition to being selected, protected, and given a purpose that cannot be destroyed, you are also chosen. There have been meetings that have been held in secret, conversations that have taken place behind closed doors, when names have been mentioned, when plans have been sketched out, and when particular individuals have been designated for quiet. One of the things that they did not foresee was the fact that what is uttered in the darkness is heard in the sky. However, your name was among those that were spoken. There is nothing that can evade the vigilant attention of the Supreme Being. Before any of the plans that are formulated in secret are ever put into action, they are already known to everyone. The powers of deceit have grossly miscalculated the power that is contained within you, the anointing that surrounds you, and the destiny that has been predetermined for you from the beginning of time. The time has come for you to wake up. The following is both a warning and a confirmation for you. If you have ever hesitated, the time has come to stop. If you have ever questioned, you no longer have to doubt. You are currently confronted with the truth, and the way in which you choose to deal with it will define the course of action you take from this day on. There is no need to confront someone out of anger. Impairs moral judgment. Do not hastily take action, because haste is the path to foolishness. Seek for knowledge in whatever you do. Keep praying without stopping. Invoke the name of the Lord, and He will guide your actions in the right direction. Although he has spoken against you and has betrayed you, your brother is still a troublemaker. Be wary of placing your faith in him, although he is not beyond the possibility of restoration. Once broken, it is difficult to get it repaired. Take note of his deeds rather than his words. Not his motions, but his essence should be discerned. The truth about who he is ought to be shown via his fruits. And when the time is right, everything will be exposed. They are calling you to a higher level. You are being held in high esteem. The shaking has started, and the only thing that will remain standing is that which is founded on the truth. Those individuals who have constructed their foundations on falsehoods will end up seeing them fall apart. Those individuals who have chosen to navigate their way via falsehood will discover that they have been exposed, whilst those individuals who have placed their faith in the protection of the Almighty will remain unshaken and unmoved as the intense storm rages. This should not be taken lightly. Please do not consider this to be a coincidence. There has been a call placed, and it is for you to take. It is not the case that Archangel Michael comes with meaningless words, nor does he send messages for no reason. There is a reason behind this, there is a sense of urgency here, and the moment to take action is right now. The things that have been murmured in secret are going to be screamed from the rooftops, so let us pray, be ready, and stand in truth against them. It is possible that the White House is the house of power in the world of earthly affairs, but the kingdom of heaven is the ultimate authority, and no decree that is issued by man can overrule the plan that God has established. You have been selected, you are safeguarded, and you are commanded to navigate the path of truth. Take this matter very seriously. Maintain steadfastness in what has been disclosed, and be aware of this fact: even though adversaries may emerge, even though betrayals may occur, and even if the forces of darkness may not have any plans. What God has planned for your life is going to happen regardless of anything that happens. Remain courageous and vigilant. Be prepared. My voice is speaking to you, my beloved child, for it is I, the Lord, your God. I have never abandoned you at any point of time, and I have been watching over you ever from the moment you were conceived inside of your mother's womb. Even at the times when you may have felt isolated. My hand was upon you even during the moments when the darkness seemed such an intolerable thing to endure. In order to safeguard you, to direct you, and to whisper my truths into your heart, I have dispatched my angels above you. I am sending you this message with a sense of urgency because the time is drawing close, and you need to be ready for it. Archangel Michael is standing in front of you, his face drawn in pain, his presence ferocious, yet nonetheless brimming with the love of the holy. He has been dispatched to give this message, which holds considerable weight that is beyond the grasp of human beings. This is not a typical moment, nor is it a brief notion that has just occurred. The skies have dispatched a grave warning to the earth. An invitation from God that must not be disregarded. It is imperative that you do not ignore these words, since they are intended just for you and no one else. At this moment, it is important to make room in your heart to listen. In the wholeness of your spirit, since the information that is disclosed will cause a change in the path that your destiny will take. Someone has called you, and a message has been delivered to you from the highest of places. It was intended for you, and it was directed to you. Being the bearer of news that causes the heavens and the earth to quake. The words that they have left behind are beyond belief, and the White House of Heaven has spoken. What they have stated is beyond comprehension. Keep the power. A celestial decree that carries the weight of all eternity has been granted. It is intended for you to receive it within the next hour, so open it as soon as possible. We must not wait. Never hesitate, since every single second is important. During this time, God is with you, directing you, protecting you, and creating a path for you when there appears to be none. If you are my child, you may be confident that nothing will go wrong with you. I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, and I have already written your narrative with a triumphant ending. Do not be afraid, for I am. When things go difficult, you are your safe haven, your stronghold, and your ever-present assistance. I am holding you securely in my arms, enveloping you in my love, and guarding you with my angels. There is a possibility that the forces of evil may rise. It is possible that the winds of doubt will blow, but you will not be shaken by them because I am your foundation. When you adhere to my word, you are unmovable. Nevertheless, you are required to have faith in me. Praying should not be viewed as a chore or a mundane ritual. Rather, it should be viewed as a personal interaction with the one who created you. I want you to talk to me in the same way that you would talk to a loving father because that is exactly who I am. As you go through times of weakness, I wish to hear your voice, to lead you, and to help you get back on your feet. Through the act of praying, you enable me to bring my power into your life. In the event that you look for me, you will discover that I am never too far away from you. You are the key that unlocks the doors to benefits that have been prepared for you since the beginning of time. Each and every prayer that you articulate is a key. There is a spiritual war that is raging in the realms that cannot be seen, and it is being waged over you. The adversary's goal is to divert your attention, to instill uncertainty in your thinking, and to get you to feel fear in your heart. I advise you, however, to not let yourself be fooled. We have already achieved victory in this war. You are more than a conqueror because I have authorized you to rule over all of the powers that are associated with darkness. No weapon that is fashioned against you will be successful. For every curse that is shouted over, you will take root. You have been smeared with the blood of the Lamb and sealed with the mark of my Spirit. Despite everything, you are inseparable from my love. You, my child, are you aware of it? Feelings of excitement in your spirit? The summons to get up, to move, and to seize what is properly yours to take possession of. He has attempted to slow you down, to prevent you from moving forward, and to keep you confined in fear and uncertainty, but I tell you now that it is time for you to take the initiative. In order to walk in the light of my truth, it is time to release the chains that bound you. There will be an opening made in the doors that have been closed. All of the obstacles that have been standing in your way will be removed. In preparation for your walk of faith, I am preparing the way for you to walk because I am with you every step of the way. Even though you may have felt unworthy, insufficient, and undeserving of my favor, I want you to know that nothing you have done or failed to accomplish can ever separate you from my love. In fact, nothing can ever separate you from my love. I am not the ideal person. Those whom I call you are chosen, hand-picked for a purpose that only you are capable of doing. I do not call the perfect ones perfect. You should not give the opponent permission to pollute your thoughts with falsehoods. You are not lacking in memory. You are not abandoned in need. You are the one I adore, and I take great pleasure in you. It is now the time for divine intervention to take place. That moment when the supernatural is in harmony. That which has been concealed will be brought to light. The things that have been postponed will be made available. You have to have faith and confidence in yourself. I urge you to pray. It is important that your faith is stronger than your fear. Permit your obedience to be more powerful than your uncertainty. Because even at this moment, I am working to bring about favorable circumstances for you, to arrange heavenly appointments, and to orchestrate breakthroughs that are beyond your wildest dreams. Please, my kid, pay attention to the stress in my voice. This is not a typical moment at all. The heavens are undergoing upheaval. You are standing on the precipice of something very magnificent, and the planet is reacting to your presence. Grasp the promises that I have made. Remain steadfast in your commitment to my word. Do not let the din of the world influence your decision. Because there is no other voice that matters save mine. You are surrounded by my angels. The power of my Spirit is yours. You are supported by my affection. It is imperative that you move forth with bravery, audacity, and steadfast trust. My message to you is of the utmost importance. This is the divine decree that I have uttered from my throne, and it is being conveyed to you at this holy moment by my angels. Ignore it at your peril. Do not disregard it in any way. Think about it and internalize it. Rehearse it, and then put it into use. Your breakthrough is getting closer. Trust in me knows that your triumph is certain, and that your destiny is being played out right in front of your very eyes. I will accomplish the impossible in your life if you pray without ceasing on a regular basis. Thank you.